Sorry, guys. I can't do today's tier list. Clown fired another Slipknot member, so he's making me break into every music school in America until I find a replacement.
Are you kidding me? That's the 5th member that's been fired from Slipknot.
Yeah, Clown has OFD, obsessive firing disorder. But don't worry, I got a friend to help you guys out today. I think you guys know him. Anyway, I'll see you two in the next video. Corey out.
You know, for being in such an aggressive metal band, Corey's actually a really chill dude. I still can't believe he's our friend.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I wonder who he got to replace him, though. He said we knew him. I guess we'll find out.
What's going on, Presidents? Corey said something about me helping you guys out with a tier list. So what are we ranking?
Holy shit, it's Jonathan Davis. Thank you so much for doing this, Mr. Davis. Me and Obama are such huge Korn fans.
Don't mention it, Mr. Trump. I saw you guys video ranking Korn albums. You guys were so kind to my music. I felt like I couldn't say no. So what band are we ranking today, Obama?
Actually, we're taking a break from ranking metal bands, and today we're ranking all of the Five Nights at Freddy's games. Of course, starting with the original from 2014. I'm pretty sure we've all played this game, right?
Fuck yeah, I used to play this game all the time when it first came out. Korn would be on tour, then after we played the show, I would get on the tour bus and play this game for hours while the rest of the band slept. I even beat 420 mode on the 25,000 attempt. We made 2 fucking albums in the time it took me to beat it 100%. But I still love this game. Indie gaming wouldn't be the respected titan that it is without this game. Not to mention it was a pretty damn scary game. FNAF 1 is a classic that deserves nothing less than S tier.
Jesus Christ, you beat 420. Not only are you a musical genius, Jonathan, but you are also a top-tier gamer. Anyway, I agree with John. Five Nights 1 is one of the scariest indie games ever made, with one of gaming's best stories. Sure, the later games made the story confusing, but this game kept it simple, but still mysterious. Some psycho kidnapped 5 kids and killed them, and now they possess the robots. That's really all the story you need without needing a fucking degree to understand it all like the later games. Not to mention the animatronics are now horror icons. Put Five Nights 1 into S tier.
Yeah, this game is a classic, even though it is harder than Donald around European supermodels. It took me until the end of my fucking presidency to beat this game 100%. But that doesn't make it any less of a classic. It's S tier. Now moving on to Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Toy Chica is so fucking hot. She's my wife ruling over Biden land with me. Put Five Nights 2 into S tier this moment, or the people of Biden land will take it as an act of treason against their beautiful queen Toy Chica.
Where the fuck have you been, Joe? And why the fuck are you dressed like Dr. Doom?
Because I am King Joe, the ruler of Biden land, the soon-to-be most powerful country in the world, and the country America is now at war with. Since last video, you kicked me out of the VC and replaced me with Corey Taylor. Speaking of that, where the fuck is Corey? Why the fuck is Jonathan Davis here?
Nice to meet you too, you scrotum-faced leprechaun. I don't really care about some war with an imaginary country. I think Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is kind of overrated. It's not as scary as the first, has way too much going on. The music box is the most annoying thing in FNAF besides the shipping, and it brought fucking Balloon Boy into existence. Every time I saw that little shit, I wanted to break my PC with my mic stand. But there are good things about this game. The animatronic designs are pretty cool, and it explained the lore in minigames without making it confusing. I remember the phone guy is purple guy theory, so much nostalgia. This game is not bad, I just think it's overrated. It's nowhere near as good as the first game. For that, I think Five Nights 2 is only A tier.
Damn, Jonathan. It takes a lot of guts to say that. But I actually can't find a single flaw in your logic. After all these years of hearing about how FNAF 2 is the greatest indie horror game ever made, when you think about it, the game pales in comparison to Five Nights 1. If you compare those two games, there's no fucking competition. The first game is the better game. FNAF 2 is only an A-tier game. Sorry, Joe.
You bastards will suffer for what you have done to the queen of Biden land.
I'm surprised you would be into Toy Chica considering she's made of plastic, which means no hair to sniff, you pervert.
Yeah, Joe, so please stay the fuck away from me. I don't want to turn around and see you with my dreadlocks up your nose, you freak! Anyway, next is Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Honestly, this game is underrated. I don't get all the hate for it. Springtrap is the best character in the series by a fucking landslide. The horror attraction setting is a pretty cool idea. The phantoms are also a pretty sweet idea. The only ones I had problems with were Foxy and the puppet. It may be the least scary of the original trilogy, but that doesn't mean it's bad. This game is also an A tier. All the haters for this game can kiss my rockstar ass.
I hate this game. Does that mean I can kiss your ass?
You're fucking perverted, Joe.
How the fuck did I let Joe be my vice president when he should be in fucking jail? Anyway, once again, Jonathan is completely right. Aside from the jump scares, and a little of the horror, this game couldn't be any better. The gameplay is still amazing. FNAF 3 is A tier. And maybe those terrible jump scares were actually a blessing in disguise, as it was the reason Scott made my favorite Freddy's game, Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
Fuck yeah, this is my favorite Five Nights game too. It goes right back to the fears of childhood, and if you listen to Korn's music, you'll know I'm all about that disturbing shit. I just wish I could have put a song in this game just like I did for Silent Hill Downpour. I would have loved to be a part of the FNAF franchise.
That Silent Hill song was awesome.
Thank you, Donald. That means a lot.
Don't mention it, John. Anyway, this is my favorite of the franchise, too. Like Jonathan said, it goes right back to the fears of childhood. One criticism I always had with FNAF's story is that you're a security guard. You could just quit your job the second the animatronics start moving. But not this time. In this game, the animatronics are in your fucking house. And you're not an adult in this game. You're a vulnerable child, making the game so much scarier. Not to mention the designs of the nightmare animatronics. Sure, this is the game that made the lore confusing, but who cares when you've got gameplay and animatronic designs like that? Put Five Nights at Freddy's 4 into S tier right fucking now.
I guess you're just going to ignore me then.
Yes. Joe, we are, because you're dressed as a supervillain and saying you're the ruler of a country that doesn't even exist. You've clearly lost your fucking mind. Anyway, next is Sister Location. This game has a lot of firsts for the franchise. It's the first game to have voice acting. You can actually move around in this game instead of just staying in one room the whole game. And now that the animatronics can talk, they can have a clear motivation. This game was written so fucking well. It would be S tier if it didn't have the fucking two banes of my existence, Night 4 and the Enard boss fight. That's two unnecessarily hard levels in this game. I can see a lot of gamers rage quitting this game. For that, I cast my vote for B tier. It would be S tier if those two parts of the game were made a little easier.
Yeah, the writing is easily the best part of this game. The voice actors were clearly having a fucking blast with these characters. Heather Masters was so fucking good as Baby, playing that manipulative innocence perfectly for this game's main villain. And Kellen Goff was great as Funtime Freddy, that Scott kept giving him work for every game after this one. I also enjoy how Baby / Enard was this game's main villain instead of William Afton coming back for the 50th time. But that still doesn't excuse how hard Night 4 and the secret boss fight was. When I first played Night 4, it was before a show. I died 97 times before I had to go on stage. I was so pissed about the game that I threw my laptop into the audience. I probably really hurt or even killed someone, but someone got a free laptop, so you know, these things even out.
That is the most metal rage quit I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, I can agree with B tier. And I don't really like change that much, and holy shit, every night you had to learn new fucking gameplay. The game got confusing, and even the Oscar-worthy story can't save this game from Night 4 and the Enard boss. To be fair, the Enard boss doesn't really bother me with how hard it is, as it's the final boss. It's meant to be difficult. Hell, FNAF bosses have always been hard. Springtrap, Nightmare Fredbear, and Nightmare were all difficult, but you understood why, as it was the final fight. But fuck Night 4. How in the fucking shit is Night 4 harder than Night 5? That's fucking unheard of in a Freddy's game. Agree with you too. This game deserves nothing less or more than B tier.
But think about Ballora. She's so fucking hot. Even if she isn't the mother of the Afton children, I'd like to make her the mother of my next child.
That's fucking gross. It's going into B tier, you senile fuck. Now on to Five Nights at Freddy's 6, aka Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. This game is a very mixed bag for me. I love the tycoon gameplay. I just love the idea of making my own Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and the salvage mini-games are some of the scariest moments in the series, as you're up close and personal with the animatronics, and the ending ties the last 6 games together. But the night gameplay is so fucking shit. The jump scares are barely animated. It's not even scary. It's just a drag. I wish this game had an all-tycoon mode, where after you beat the game you can still build your pizzeria. If it had that, I would love this game and say it's at least A tier, but because of the absolute sin of the night gameplay, I vote C tier. It was meant to be the game to tie up all the loose ends, and it ended up being a fucking disappointment in terms of gameplay.
Hang on a minute, guys. We forgot a FNAF World.
No, Joe, we're only ranking the canon games, no spin-offs. Anyway, I can see what John is saying. The tycoon mode is so fucking fun that I would drone strike my own mother for a FNAF game that's just all tycoon mode. But that fucking Office gameplay is worse than Joe's search history. If you ever look up that shit again, I'm calling the fucking FBI, Joe!
Well, looks like FNAF 6 is in C tier then. Next is Ultimate Custom Night. Did anyone beat 50/20 mode?
No, but I do have a cool story about this game. Me and the band had a tournament with 50/20. Whoever beat it would be the lead singer for the next show. I was getting so fucking pissed that I called Marilyn Manson and asked him to take my place in the tournament.
Did he win?
No, he threw the controller at my TV and broke it. Cost me $4,000 to get it fixed. I'm still paying loan sharks. In the end, we just ended up canceling the tour anyway because I had to pay for the TV and Marilyn's therapy. He started seeing DD in his nightmares. Poor guy.
Don't even get me fucking started on DD. It's like Scott saw Balloon Boy and asked himself how he could possibly be any more annoying. That little bitch is the reason I'm voting for B tier. If she didn't exist, then this game would be A tier.
Yeah, B tier, I hate that little shit. I lost my fucking TV to her. Can we please just move on? I miss my TV so fucking much.
I thought you had it fixed.
Yeah, I did, for $4,000 fucking dollars. It still doesn't work like it used to, and I've been in debt since 2018. Can we please just move on to Help Wanted?
Sure thing, John. Sorry to hear about your TV. Anyway, Help Wanted is so fucking good. FNAF was fucking mint for VR. Every level is fucking terrifying. Except Plush Baby because everyone hates those little shits. But ignoring them, I think this game is S tier. Couldn't be any better.
You bet your fucking ass this is S tier. I finally get to see all the sexiest animatronics up close and personal.
Can you not say something pervy for 5 fucking minutes? Anyway, I completely agree with Obama. This game is so fucking good. It might be one of, if not the best VR game ever made. It goes straight to S tier. I guess Security Breach is next.
Not quite. We still have Curse of Dreadbear before that.
Oh, we're ranking the games and DLC separately, Gus. That makes a lot of sense, actually, because there are some DLC that are better than the main game, but we'll get there soon enough. Anyway, Curse of Dreadbear is so fucking good. Could have been longer, but it has some of the best levels and animatronics of the game. So Grim Foxy is so fucking badass and really makes that Corn Maze game scary. Dreadbear's level reminds me of the salvage minigames from 6, being up close and personal with the murderous animatronic. But the best level by far is the hallway level. That shit was so fucking scary, challenging without being rage-inducing, and so fucking worth the wait between this and the base game. Curse of Dreadbear joins Help Wanted in S tier.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this DLC. It was worth the extra $8, even if I did have to do the Plush Baby level again. Anyway, next is Security Breach. Now, to be honest, I'm probably about to piss off half the internet, but this is the worst Canon Freddy's game. I'd say it's only D tier. It was marketed as a horror game, but it isn't scary at all.
How fucking dare you, Jonathan? Security Breach is the best game in the franchise. It has Roxy and Glamrock Chica, the two hottest characters in the franchise. If D tier is your honest opinion on this masterpiece, then I will never fucking listen to Korn again.
How fucking dare you? Joe, don't take out your childish shit on Jonathan or his music. Security Breach sucked. It wasn't scary. Vanny was fucking wasted. It fucked up the lore more than it already was. And Glamrock Chica is fucking annoying and doesn't shut up. Just like you. I'm done with your shit, Joe. Get the fuck out. I'm kicking you from this call, you perverted, dementia-having, hair-sniffing, drug-smuggling little bitch.
Finally, that fucking lunatic is gone. So do we all agree on D tier for this childish mess?
D tier it is. It felt like the reason it was delayed so much was because it used to be a good game, but they were watching theory videos, saw YouTubers guessing the story and rushed to change it just to get a twist. That's not how you write a fucking story. Now, if we ranked Curse of Dreadbear separately, then I guess the same applies to Ruin. Ruin is 1,000 times better than the main game. It's actually scary, and I guess they learned from their mistake and made a decent story, even if you could see the twist coming. Plus, it gets bonus points for being free. It's definitely not perfect, but it's decent. I vote B tier.
I can agree with B tier. The main game felt so rushed that they forgot to put in all the cool stuff, so they decided to salvage that and put it into Ruin. Obviously not perfect, it does have some lesser moments, and I do have some opinions on the Mimic being Burn Trap Theory, but overall it's way better than Security Breach, so I can agree with B tier. So I guess Help Wanted 2 is next. Unfortunately, I don't have a PS5, so I'm gonna have to sit this one out.
Don't worry, John. We don't have one either.
Wait, not even Donald has one. I thought you were a billionaire.
I gave all my money to charity.
Well, that's nice.
No, it's not. Charity is a 18-year-old prostitute.
Oh,
Moving on from that disgusting subject. We've ranked all the games. So normally we'd end the video here, but we still have one more thing to rank. What did you guys think of the movie?
I really enjoyed it. I took my kids to go see it on opening day. And on last year's tour, I saw it in every theater that was playing it around the world. But that was partly because none of the hotels had Wi-Fi, so I had nothing else to really do.
What hotel in 2024 doesn't have Wi-Fi?
A lot, apparently. But at least it meant I could see the movie whenever I was bored.
Yeah, that is pretty cool, I guess. Anyway, the movie was great. It was a loving tribute to the first game and the franchise in general. It was really a movie made for the fans. Not an S-tier horror movie, but we are not ranking horror movies. We're ranking Five Nights at Freddy's, and this movie is an S-tier Five Nights movie.
Looks like the movie goes to S tier then. Anyway, thanks for filling in, Jonathan. It's been great talking to you. So do you want to do the outro?
Hell yeah. Thanks, Presidents. It's been fun. I can't wait to do this again sometime. Anyway, be sure to subscribe to Danimation so you don't miss future animations, gaming, reviews, and of course, more AI Presidents videos. Presidents and Jonathan Davis out.